Good morning, my brilliant Sussex squadron. Gather your teacups, steady your hearts, and lean in close, because today we are peeling back the layers of yet another absurd manufactured drama spilling out of the tabloid press. The headline is laughable on its face, but also revealing in its desperation. According to a publication calling itself Shooter Scoop, which already sounds more like a gossip parody site than a legitimate news outlet, we are meant to believe that Prince Harry, Duke of Sussex, is insecure about his appearance and relies on daily reassurance from his wife, Meghan Sussex. Yes, you heard that correctly. In the bizarre fantasy spun by this so-called exclusive, Harry supposedly wakes up every morning, looks at Meghan Sussex and asks her, "Do you think I'm good-looking?" And, as if that weren't strange enough, the article tries to twist Meghan Sussex's affectionate nickname for her husband, Fox, into some sort of marketing ploy. According to their warped interpretation, Meghan Sussex uses Fox not because it's endearing, not because it's personal, not because it's rooted in love, but because she's allegedly selling him as a heartthrob to cover up the fact that he supposedly doesn't measure up to her Hollywood crushes. My dear viewers, it is difficult not to laugh. It is difficult not to roll your eyes so hard that you can see the back of your skull. And yet, while this ridiculous piece of fiction is comical in its obviousness, it is also deeply revealing. It shows us the sheer cynicism of the tabloid machine. It shows us how far they are willing to stretch the truth, twist the narrative, and invent character assassinations out of thin air, simply to undermine Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex. Now, let us take a step back and apply logic, something the tabloids never bother with. Who exactly is this man they are trying to portray as needy and insecure? This is Prince Harry we are talking about. A man who has lived his entire life under the brightest, harshest spotlight imaginable. A man who has been dissected, photographed, scrutinized and judged since before he could even speak. And yet, despite the relentless attention, he grew into one of the most charismatic and respected public figures in the world. This is a man who served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan, flying helicopters in active war zones. That is not the life of someone crippled by insecurity. It is the life of someone with immense courage and conviction. This is the founder of the Invictus Games, a global movement that has changed thousands of lives, giving wounded veterans dignity, empowerment, and a renewed sense of purpose. This is the man who has stood at podiums across continents, speaking with authenticity, humor, and compassion, winning admiration not just for what he represents, but for who he truly is. And let's not forget, dear squadron, that Prince Harry has been consistently celebrated for his good looks. We're not talking about speculation here, we are talking about documented recognition. Harper's Bazaar named him one of the 50 hottest men of all time, ranking him above Hollywood titans like Ryan Gosling and Bradley Cooper. In fact, a scientific study in 2018, using the ancient Greek formula of the golden ratio, determined that Harry was the most handsome male royal, beating out his own brother Prince William and others in European royalty. So the notion that this man, praised across decades for his charm and physical appeal, now sits at home asking Meghan Sussex whether he's attractive enough is not just absurd, it's a deliberate lie. But here's the important part. Squadron. This isn't really about Harry's looks. It never was. This is about the tabloids trying to chip away at what they cannot stand, his strength, his love, his partnership, his independence. When they cannot attack Harry for his accomplishments, they attack his character. When they cannot find cracks in his marriage, they manufacture them out of thin air. And when they see Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry living joyfully, building businesses, raising their children with intention, and thriving outside the palace machine, they panic. Their only weapon is fiction, because the truth is far too inconvenient. Now let's turn to Meghan Sussex's role in this little drama. The tabloids want you to believe that her nickname for Harry, Fox, is manipulative branding. But anyone who has ever been in love knows better. Couples invent names for one another that make sense only to them. Nicknames are intimate, private, and full of warmth. Meghan Sussex calling Harry Fox is not an orchestrated PR gimmick. It is a small window into the affection and playfulness of their marriage. It is, in fact, the opposite of what the tabloids claim, proof that theirs is a bond rooted not in image but in genuine closeness. And here lies the real problem for the tabloids. They cannot stand the fact that Meghan Sussex and Prince Harry have a happy, equal, loving marriage. They cannot stand the fact that they left the royal fold and still thrive. They cannot stand the fact that after everything, after the smear campaigns, after the betrayals, after the public abuse, they are still standing stronger than ever. What's really happening here is projection. You see, it is the tabloids who are insecure, not Harry. It is the tabloids who need constant reassurance, not Harry. They need reassurance that their model still works, that people still buy their lies, that tearing down a couple can still sell papers. But increasingly, the world is seeing through it. Increasingly, the narrative is collapsing, and so their headlines become more desperate, more ridiculous, more transparent. Dear Squadron, let us not forget the human cost of these stories. To you and me, the latest tabloid headline is an irritation, a joke, a flimsy piece of gossip. But for Harry and Meghan Sussex, it is yet another reminder of the relentless cruelty they face simply for daring to live authentically. It is an attack on their marriage, an attack on their character, and, at its root, an attack on their freedom. But here is where the story shifts. Because while the tabloids are busy inventing fantasies of insecurity, Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex are busy building legacies. They are raising Archie and Lilibet in a home filled with love and safety. They are launching projects through Archewell that uplift communities, support mental health, and champion equity. They are telling their own stories in their own voices, refusing to be silenced by a press that thrives on distortion. So the next time a headline tries to convince you that Prince Harry is fragile or that Meghan Sussex is manipulative, remember this? Those are the lies of an industry clinging to relevance. The truth is in the life they are living, the work they are doing, and the love they are sharing. And so, my brilliant squadron, let us draw this to a close with clarity and conviction. The nickname Fox is not a scheme, it is a symbol of love. Prince Harry is not an insecure man. He is a man of immense courage, admired across the globe. Meghan Sussex is not handling her husband. She is loving him, standing beside him, and thriving with him. Together, they are building something the tabloids cannot touch, a marriage rooted in trust, joy, and authenticity. So let the tabloids howl, let them invent, let them spin their stories. We know the truth, and the truth is this. Prince Harry and Meghan Sussex are living proof that love is stronger than hate, that dignity is stronger than cruelty, and that authenticity is stronger than lies. And to that, my dear Sussex squadron, I say, let us raise our teacups high. For every baseless headline, there is a deeper truth. For every attempt at character assassination, there is a story of resilience. And for every lie they print, there is a love story so radiant that no tabloid can dim its light. Until next time, stay radiant, stay fierce, and above all, stay loyal to the truth. Because love, real love, always wins.